Hi, welcome back to Glinda Good. I'm doing a reading for Aries right now for the last half of December, but the energy may resonate wherever, whenever you find it. And I've been shuffling quite a bit here. I get a little obsessive until it feels just right, but I don't want to shuffle too long and take up your time. If you do like these videos, please like, share, subscribe. I'm going to do a traditional Celtic cross reading. Again, this is for Aries for the last half of December. Okay. Your current energy is the Queen of Pentacles. What's challenging is the King of Pentacles. Isn't that something? Normally counterparts, but a challenge there. What's in your subconscious or your feelings under the feeling is the Page of Swords. Okay. What has just passed is the Ten of Swords. So there's been a recent surrender, it looks like. What crowns you is the Death card. That's wonderful. So what's really in the forefront of your mind, high in your mind, is a full clean slate, letting go of something. On to the next. Death card is, I find, is actually quite positive, especially as it's here high in your mind, crowning you, that there'll be a full ending to something, emotional, mental, material. We'll see. What's coming to you very soon is the Four of Cups. Okay. And then what is going to serve you, the energy you can source from, is actually the Six of Swords. Environmentally, what you've got going on is the world is in your hands and you are wondering what is possible. The Two of Wands. So you might be embarking on something, some kind of journey. Let's see, hopes and fears. Justice. Getting to the heart of a matter. Okay. And then, oh, wow. Your probable outcome is Tower. A new revelation, a new understanding. Okay. Oh, and underneath, that's such a beautiful energy. The overarching energy for you is the Ace of Wands. So even with the Death card, even with the Tower, there's really a beautiful new energy. A new creative energy, and moving into something fresh and leaving something maybe that was obsolete. Anyway, so wonderful. To start out, it's interesting energy to have the Queen of Pentacles as your starting point, where you're at, what's on your mind, and then the challenge to that is the King of Pentacles. So with the Queen of Pentacles, I think right now you feel very comfortable and balanced in terms of money and tasks and things of that nature. This is a really great energy to be the Queen of Pentacles too. Because even though it's about practical financial matters, she's a very loving queen, well balanced, but she's holding this great big pentacle with love and care. So there's a nurturing energy, there's a knowing, things are okay. There's security, like she knows that wealth and power isn't everything in life, but that it's probably good to be the queen. So what's crossing that though is the King of Pentacles. And I have to wonder then if this is more bossy. And I wonder if maybe you're wanting to be more in the Queen of Pentacles energy than the King, if that makes sense to you, to have some kind of ultimate authority, responsibility, to be the driver, the say-so, and probably kind of the exact same areas here where your energy is actually pretty chill. So either if some situation in your life is putting you in the position to have to be more dominant and more authoritative, I'm not sure that's where you want to be, or maybe somebody is in your life trying to exert more authority, being more bossy, because the King is certainly a challenge. But definitely when these show up, kings and queens together, they're counterparts. They're usually pretty friendly together. So there's some kind of little bit of challenge going on here. But given that it could have been, again, anything out of 78 cards, this is still a somewhat friendly aspect to have the Queen and King of Pentacles right next to each other. So whatever this challenge is, I would say that there's still a similar goal. There's still a similar nature, if it is somebody else, to be sure to look to what's working, and that maybe we're all headed in the same direction towards the same common goals, but we're going about it differently. And if you are also being called or expected to be in this energy far more than the Queen, then I would say, I mean, tarot is here to make suggestions, give us options and choices and awareness. So you can choose to say my preference is not to be in the dominant energy. While she still knows how to take charge, it's a different energy. So those things may be up for you right away at the mid-December mark, maybe somewhere even 10th through 15th, 12th through 16th. In the most recent past, you have the Ten of Swords. So there has been some kind of surrendering, some kind of giving up, a facing into something. So I'm not sure what that is for you. I know somebody who just got back from a great vacation and had to surrender back into life as we know it. Vacation is over. And so perhaps there is a surrendering into the way things are. Or maybe if you have been wanting your way around something, which is a similar energy to probably wanting to stay on a permanent vacation. But, if you'd been wanting things to go the way you wanted them to go, perhaps there was just a surrendering. I also find that, and I'm getting a really friendly feeling around this Ten of Swords, that there was a full stop. Probably some kind of really friendly, decisive full stop. Because we still have this new, fresh energy that's dominating the entire read. So this could have been the surrender into the new, fresh, let's just do it, let's get going kind of energy, right? Including in the Ten of Swords, he's actually making a blessing there. Face down, full give up, full stop. He's making the blessing with his hand that's also on the Hierophant card. So there is a knowing that this is kind of a surrender to win type of feeling for me. But at least here. And usually, unless depending on the corresponding cards. So too, when I look with Death high in your crown and the Page of Swords, sort of in the subconscious, the root, your kind of feelings under the feelings, it does feel like there's been a major surrender to win. The cards in a Celtic cross-spread kind of mean it's a little bit of past, present, and future. So, and for you, I am just feeling, of course, that probably because of the Death card, that there is some kind of correspondence here with what's happening with your King and Queen of Pentacles, Death card, Page of Swords. My eye is really keen, too, that what is standing out to me is the sunrise in the background of the Death card. And the Page of Swords, and certainly the Ace of Wands. And two, I normally set my this card up high. It's not right here. And so I really feel like this is especially giving an energy to the rest of the read. Page of Swords, though, as I was going to say, is very fresh, very ready to go. The Page of Swords, I feel a nice energy here for you. He has a calm, cool, collected mind, but he is an apprentice. So he's a little sensitive to criticism, can sometimes be a little too sure of himself. But I think as this sits more in a subconscious way for you, that yours would be that because I'm getting a really nice energy from him today. That even though he's the apprentice, he is involved, he's excited. Like I said, sharp, calm, cool, collected. But perhaps since it's in a manner that's underneath things, maybe you are having a little bit of concern about not doing it perfectly, experiencing criticism, getting it wrong, because as he is showing up in more of a subconscious way, those could also be the feelings that are associated with whatever this endeavor is. I do know that I like this energy a lot. And then with the Death card in your crown, it seems like a signal of just inevitable change. Change of scene, change of seasons. Again, it represents a place in your mind, not necessarily an event. So maybe there's something happening for you that's a delineation of before and after. That was then, this is now. Again, taking on some kind of cool new practical task with your King and Queen of Pentacles, that you're in motion in something in a real way, probably in the real world. But on your mind is the Death card, the change of it, the difference, the black and the white, the then and the now. But happily underneath it all is this lovely Page of Swords. What's coming towards you is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of not being able to see the blessings. So I wonder if something is taking shape for you, but you just don't have any sense of how it's going to work, if it's going to be worth it, if it's going to work out. There is a card for that, but I just thinking intuitively, I'm getting that for this Four of Cups, because too, it really is, the Four of Cups is that there are blessings everywhere, but he just doesn't have eyes to see it. His hands are crossed, his arms are crossed. There's a cup being offered to him from the clouds. He doesn't see that one. He doesn't seem to be grateful for the 3 cups that are already there. So there's something escaping your attention, or maybe just not in your awareness yet. You're embarking on something, and there is change coming, and it doesn't have to be that heavy. I mean, maybe you're, I was going to say just taking a family vacation. That might be challenging. And I know somebody who is. So, an Aries who is. For those who are in town or in the States, or, I mean, really, I guess anywhere, the last week of December can be challenging when it comes to family, travel, gifts, change of the year, reflections, New Year's resolutions. So maybe that's what this is indicating here, especially with the Tower at the end. Again, I'm getting a friendly feeling from all of this, though, depending on your level of comfort with whatever the difference is. The change of seasons is what I'm getting. And again, this doesn't feel like a big event. It feels like something that's on your mind that you're noticing. So again, it's like a change of environment, change of job, change of ideas, just something changing. But I guess the last half of December is quite good for that. You're the first sign that I've done for the last half of December, so we'll see what there is. There could be a lot of similar energies around this, because I would think that universally that last week of December does offer an opportunity for a lot of reflection, a lot of change, a lot of new desires and choices. So for you, it looks like you're striking out on something, though. And here, I would just say, again, look to the 3 cups you have. See what's working. Stand up. Move around. Shake it off. See what's there. What's being offered. And put your mind on, kind of wake up from whatever this is and put your mind more towards what's possible. There is an offer for that, because in your external factors, environmental factors, there's a journey. Everything's he's safe and secure in the castle, but he's got the world in his hands. The two wands is a really wonderful card of movement and exploration and wondering what else is possible, looking out into the future with a lot of interest and hope. Good things are out there. So this is around you some way in the world as a external influence. So I would say put your mind here and kind of wake up from whatever this is. I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, you just seem to be in unfamiliar territory and maybe nervous. It's a real, just had one day at a time, like constantly chanting in my head, one day at a time, one day at a time, one day at a time. Everything's easy. Life by the inch is a cinch, okay? So, how you can resource yourself, funny enough, is the Six of Swords. So that's gathering what's important to you and setting forth. Sixes are a good energy. It usually means movement, moving on after a challenge. The thing about the Six of Swords and why it's not one of our bright yellow happy cards is that sometimes this does indicate needing to leave out of necessity, but not necessarily even bad. But it's like, this is happening, so you might as well face it. Things are changing, but the future is probably brighter than you fear. It is about leaving familiar surroundings, though. Setting out into the unknown. And being a little uncomfortable about it. But it's a good thing. There's a new adventure, there's a letting go of the old, moving ahead. So this is actually looked at as a very positive card. But again, it just seems like it's perfectly representative because I get the feeling that something unfamiliar is going on for you and that it's uncomfortable. So, I don't know, maybe you're meeting somebody's parents for the first time at Christmas this year, or going to a new place, taking a lot of time off of work, and maybe you haven't done that before. There's been some new decision, I think, been made. And it's just unfamiliar is all. And again, I mean, this kind of confirms that your environmental factors, your external influences, or that there's an opportunity to strike out, to see something new. Again, this is typically a very hopeful card. I mean, and you have the 1 and 2 of Wands. Getting consecutive cards, again, when we have 78 to pull from, I think that's pretty awesome. Justice as a hopes and fears card, I think it fits right in. Justice about finding the truth of things, finding the right way to do things, finding balance. So I love the category hopes and fears. So what are you hoping for? You're hoping everything works out for the best and probably for everybody involved. You're seeking clarity. You want to know the truth of things. I think too, there's a desire to reap the rewards as best you can from situations that you've been working with, deciding on, hoping all goes well. As fears, hoping it does, hoping that you've done right by everybody. Funny, when I think about the last half of December, that last week especially, it makes perfect sense that there's probably something going on in your life that has to do with going someplace new, having some new experience, being with some new people, wanting to do right by it all, but also you want to have a nice time. You want to handle things really well. You want to be in your integrity. I think perhaps you're in the unknown and you've surrendered to it. It gets uncomfortable, but you seem to have some tools at your disposal that also how to walk through it. The 1 day at a time thing just came in again. By the inch, life is a cinch. So just breathe, you'll get through it. It's probably a really good time. Like you're about to have a really good time, but you just don't see it yet, right? Like right now, you just can't see it. And your final outcome as the Tower might just be the revelation of that. I don't know what I was so worried for. I mean, the truth of the Tower is that people are being set free. And one person from the Tower is in a blind panic and the other one has his eyes open and his hands bracing. So you can be either. But you'll discover something new about yourself too. Certainly whatever this is, the next time you do it, it's going to be easy. You'll have gotten over the unknowns. So whatever you're doing or whoever you're dealing with, wherever you're going, whatever the situation is, you could really have a moment of, hey, I liked that, I want to do it again. Or, I can't believe I caused myself so much grief. I don't know what I was worried about. Again, I tend to do Tower about you and not so much about them, they. So, if you're here, I'm taking in your situation, your opportunities, your opportunities for knowing, for revelation, new powerful ideas, new powerful knowings as a result of whatever this is. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff here. I mean, the energy around it just feels good to me. And I can tell you, for the first half of December, there were a couple of reads that were kind of difficult. And I recorded them and edited them, and I did not post them. Because I believe in the law of attraction too. And I don't want anybody to look at cards and say, oh no, I'm doomed. So there's some tough cards here, and I'm just not having that for you. This will definitely be posted. And I hope that you will feel into, if maybe you're just entering into new territory, doing something new, and that it's just a level of discomfort right now. And you're wondering, you can't see what's going to happen. There's worry there. The desire is pure for you to get it right, for everything to be okay for everybody, to set off into new and better things. And certainly that's the offer here. I think that's what maybe initially got you excited to do this, to be involved, to say yes to whatever it is, right? Because I think this was the offer. And so you still have this undercurrent here that's pretty wonderful. And it's probably going to be a great time. And I think that'll be your revelation. Your Tower moment at the end feels pretty positive to me. I hope that is helpful. If you do like this, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. It means a lot to me. I'm glad that you were here. And so real quick, I want to pull an animal oracle card. I got these out for you, like really specifically thinking about Aries. I'm not sure if I'll do this for others. I've already shuffled these a lot. Let's see if there's just a little friendly message also for Aries in the animal oracle. The deer spirit. Bring a gentle touch. Okay. Well, there you go. I do hope that was helpful. If you liked this, please actually like, share it, subscribe, please leave me a comment. I'm glad that you were here. I can't wait to see what 2024 holds for you, Aries, and I will see you next time. Thank you.